Welcome everyone to another YouTube video on the HaloHarry YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about food hangover. It's pretty self-explanatory, to be completely honest. So I'm running out of YouTube video ideas, and that's probably obvious because my upload schedule is not very consistent whatsoever. And to be honest, I really don't care. When I upload, I upload. When I don't upload, well, there's a reason for me not uploading. But most of the time, it's because I can't think of an idea to make. That's something YouTubers don't tell you often, is thinking of video ideas is pretty hard a lot of the time. Sometimes I'll have moments where, boom, I have a lot of ideas pop in my head, and sometimes I'm like, I can't think of anything. And a couple days ago, I fought a food hangover. I was eating my food, and I thought to myself, there's been a few times in the past where I've eaten a lot, and I felt absolutely horrible after. You know, I've never personally drunk in my life. And I don't plan to. This is a personal choice I'm making, is to just not drink any alcohol for as long as I can, and I'm gonna stick with that for as long as I can. So all I know is by watching shows, by seeing other people, when you've got a hangover, you don't feel good at all. Your head is hurting and all of that. But the same thing happens when you eat a lot of food, though it's mainly internally in your stomach. And I'll explain, okay? So let's say you go to a hotel, you're on holiday, okay? And there's a buffet. It's called an all-you-can-eat buffet. You're going to take full advantage of said buffet because it's all you can eat. So you're going to eat all the food you can, and you don't stop to think, I'm going to feel like shit after. You never think about it because you're like, this is all you can eat. All this food looks incredibly delicious. I'm going to eat all of it. And you do. You know, I personally do. Yes, I may be greedy, but it's called an all-you-can-eat buffet. So you're going to take full advantage of that, like I said. And that's exactly what I do. And I never seem to learn. You know, when I start getting full, I'm like, nah, I can eat more. You know, and I carry on eating it, and then it gets like, because, you know, when you first start eating, it's easy to chew, easy to swallow. But then, you know, after a good while, it's really hard to chew and swallow the food because your stomach is telling you, nah, mate, you can't do this. We can't take it anymore, Harry. We can't take it anymore. And you're like, screw you. I'm gonna eat more. It's called an all-you-can-eat buffet for a reason, you fool. And you know, I carry on doing that. But sometimes you feel like I'm gonna go to the toilet, not to throw up, more to like take a dump. And you go and take a dump, and you're like, you know, I actually feel a little bit better. And when you go in and start eating some more, then it just makes it worse. And then then at the end of the night, you know, when when everybody at the same table as you are like, we're done now, we're full, we're gonna go. And you're like, nah, I can eat more. And I say, don't force yourself. Your stomach can't take it. Now I know what my stomach can take. And then you know then they all say, just stop it. I'm like, fine, weak ass stomach. So you've had a good night, you've eaten a lot of food, you know, you've had fun and all that. You've gone completely against what your stomach is trying to tell you, and you've just carried on consuming and consuming and consuming the food, and then your stomach hates you. But then you get back to your room, your cottage, or even home, and then you're just incredibly thirsty, which is fine to me because I'm close enough to the toilet most of the time, to just go there and get a cup of water from the bathroom, and I'm also got a bottle of water next to my bed, so that's all fine. But the next day is when the hangover starts. My God. Okay, so like I said at the start, you know, I've never been drunk and I don't plan to ever get drunk. But from what I've seen in videos or other people around me, like I said, they tend to have a headache most of the time. A lot of the time they have a headache and all that. But with eating a lot of food, it's mainly the stomach. And the next day, it doesn't hurt, but you just don't feel good at all. And you don't want to go to the toilet all the time, but like you probably go to the toilet more than usual. So yeah, that usually happens with me at least, or that could just be because I ate some raw meat by accident. But we won't get into some crazy details like that. Yeah, you don't want to eat throughout the day. The next day after eating a lot the previous night, you don't want to eat. But to me personally, by around dinner time, late at night, I'm perfectly fine. So I could probably eat more, and I'm just bloody greedy. I'll admit that now. I like food, I really do. I, yeah, like I said, I'll admit that I do really, really love food. So, yeah, I don't eat much for lunch after having a big night out like that. Well, it also depends on when we go out to eat. But a lot of the time, I don't eat a lot during the day until dinner. So the hangover is just my stomach. So I just lie down for most of the day, thinking about why the hell did I not just listen to my stomach? My stomach was telling me not to eat more and more. But what did I do? I ate more and more because I wanted to live by the name of an all you can eat buffet. So I do that and then I regret it. And I never learn from like those mistakes. Every time I go to a buffet, I eat more and more and more. And at the end of the night I always say to myself, Harry, you need to stop doing that. But I carry on doing it. Like I said, I love food, and if it's all you can eat, I'm going to take full advantage of that. And if I'm on holiday, I'm treating myself, but I need to really stop it because the next day is always just horrible. I go into the restaurant all excited, oh, I can go and eat some food, very, very nice food. I come out of there just extremely disappointed, extremely sad, not because the food was bad, but because of me eating a lot of food. Uh, that's the end of this video, guys. If you've ever had food hangover, which you probably have, I don't even know if that's what people call it. If you've ever felt bad after eating a lot of food, and say in the comment section, I don't know, try and get this video in the recommendations somehow. So yeah, guys, my name was of course Harry. Hopefully you enjoyed this random video. Like always, you've probably got used to it now if you still watch my videos. And yeah, guys, bye.